So right here, all these regular graves, but this grave, a little bit different.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am in Sacramento. I've been here for a couple of days now. Sacramento's great. Just got over a bit of rain. You see some blue behind me. I'm at Sacramento Historic City Cemetery. Did I get that right?
Yes.
I did. Sacramento Historic Cemetery. If you see my channel before, I've been to some strange graves. The one that sticks out, no pun, is the 1 foot in the grave.
Cafe au lait is not coffee with steamed cream. A cafe au lait is coffee with steamed milk. That's what au lait means. Lait is milk in French.
What's happening right there? So anyway, so I was very angry. Jesus! What in the heck? Okay. I'll put a link to that one below. That was quite a trip filming that video, to say the least. That was insanity. That was in North Carolina. Now I'm on the other coast, and I'm visiting the grave. Well, there's two graves side by side, but one of them has something buried in it that's not, well, we're gonna get into that. And when I say we, I mean myself and my friend, Aaron. You remember Aaron.
Hi.
Aaron and I were in Seattle together earlier this year. We filmed a lot of videos. We still have one or two from Seattle. I think we definitely have one.
Definitely have one.
We have one. That one was epic. And it's still coming. But probably another little one that I'm forgetting about. But we did a lot in Seattle. And we're gonna walk toward where we think the graves, I should say, and tell you the story. But it's somewhere. This is a huge cemetery in the middle of the city.
It's a beautiful cemetery.
It is. It's beautiful. But the maps are, I think the maps were written when the cemetery was first started, because the maps we're going by are very, very confusing. All right, let's go. Well, Aaron, let's go take a look at that, because we both like, we like cemeteries, but we also like sculptures and things that we see in cemeteries. You just pointed this out to me. Holding the lamb without a head. That's what happens, though. Sadly, in lots of older cemeteries, just break off. And I believe the grave we're going to has been vandalized quite a few times.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we're gonna see something at the grave. But we're kind of just, I think we're going the right way.
Did I say it's 327?
What are we at?
302.
302?
Yeah.
So we've got these little markers on the ground that we're using here. So it's going to be up here, a couple of rows, and over to our right. And I thought I read that there's a fence near it or around it, so there could be one of these up here. So Aaron, we're visiting the grave of Maria Rup.
Yes.
And beside her, well, we won't give too much away, but the title probably already has, Francois Noisette. So who was Maria?
So Maria came to Sacramento in 1855, and she started up a beer saloon, and she was very popular with Sacramentans. And she had a fiance, Francois Noisette, and he was a French doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And they
were going to get married.
They were going to get married. They were in love. And there was another man that had his sights set on Maria, and he he tried to start something up with her, and she said, "No, I'm sorry. My heart belongs to somebody else."
His name was Peter. What was his name?
No, it was Peter Metz.
Metz, yes.
Yeah. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So a couple days later, he came into her saloon and he stabbed her to death.
Right, and actually he stabbed her to death in front of everybody.
Yeah.
He came into from what I read, he came into the saloon, said that he had left a knife there the night before. Right? This is what I read. And then the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, here's your knife," and gave him the knife. And then Maria was entertaining beside a piano. And reports are either her throat was slit or...
she was stuck between the ribs.
Right.
That's what I heard.
Right. There's two different parts of the story, like two different, so long ago. But her last words were, "Get me to a doctor," but within 15 minutes she had passed away from her wounds. So her funeral stretched several blocks. I was just looking at this, make sure St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church here, which burned down afterward. But there was 23 carriages in the procession. That shows how popular she was.
Yeah.
You know, she was a very, very popular. But so the guy who did it, he was captured pretty quickly, right? And then I think, so we're really out of sorts in this cemetery. I had to find it. But he went to a friend's house, the killer, and the next morning he told his friend what he did, and the guy goes, "You know, you better go surrender to the sheriff," which he did. And then he said that she had promised to marry him and that she had taken $500 of his money, and the rest of what he said was unintelligible. He was lying, and he was just making up stuff. He was convicted. He went to San Quentin, and then he went down to Stockton, that I just drove through, to the first quote-unquote mental hospital in Stockton, and he escaped from there. But then he got back. He got captured a few days later and was sent back. And he said that was a free trip. He made some sort of quip like, "That was a nice free trip." So we're not sure where we're going, but should be. We thought we were. Now we're not so sure. But it's a lovely day. The numbers are getting higher. We're looking at these numbers. I think it's A38 we're supposed to be in, but we're looking for 327, correct? Oh, I bet she's gonna be near that white fence.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you she's right there in front of us to our left. That's it. Look up here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's the kneeling angel. Wow. This is it. Yep, 327. So here we have the grave. Now it's not easy to read anything. Is there something on this side? Oh.
This is the front.
Oh. Thank you, Aaron. Oh, wow. Well, still.
So this is Marie. This is Francois.
So it's not Maria, it's Marie.
Oh, sorry.
Is it Maria or Maria?
It's Maria.
Maria. It's okay.
Okay.
This is Maria right here.
Yes.
Now we cannot read that at all.
No.
It's all mossy and just can't read it. But Maria's here.
Yes.
Who's here? Do we know?
I don't.
We don't know.
I don't. But I know that Francois, he paid for her headstone, and less than 4 years later, Francois died of tuberculosis.
He did, yes.
And he was a doctor, and he donated his body to science. Except he wanted his heart to be interred next to Maria.
Right. So this is the grave right here
Of Francois' heart.
of Francois' heart. So right here, all these regular graves, but this grave, a little bit different. Aaron, you're a very emotional person. We've been through this on my channel before. You're already getting emotional at this grave,
Yeah.
which it is sad. À toi, Marie. To you, Marie. Francois Noisette. So yeah, this is one of the more interesting graves. Not sure who these other people are that are buried in this plot right here, but right here is just his heart with two hands clasped. I mean, I guess if you're donating your body to science, you can pretty much say, well, yeah, but not this part, and then I want to, you still get to be buried.
Yeah.
I guess that's how that works.
And then he added the angel as well.
Right, he put this angel here, right?
Yeah.
And this is the part, see, her hands are broken off, if you look. And they said that was deliberate. Somebody did that. That they didn't just fall off. And people broke off the hands. Yeah, that's what I was reading on the cemetery website. It's kind of a strange. It's beautiful. It's strange. It's eerie now without the hands, for sure. Wow. So I think to sum up, they were in love. Another guy wanted her. He couldn't have her, so he killed her. And he carried around that, no pun, for real, heartache for so long afterwards, 4 or 5 years. And just, loved her for those last few years. If you're in Sacramento, the entrance is right there where I showed you. Just come 2 streets over to Cedar, which is right there, and walk in. Cedar and Magnolia is the intersection of the cemetery streets. And it wasn't as difficult to find as I thought it was going to be. But it looks like there was something here that broke off as well. Right? Yeah. Looks like it. Volunteer bench. But yeah, this is a beautiful cemetery. Lots of old graves. Wow. Look at this one. This is nice. They're all nice, of course. Look at this though. A Ross. Look at those etchings. It's crazy. 1901. 18, oh my goodness. Children, 1 year old, 5 years old, 1 year old, 5 years old, and 1885, 21. So young. All these kids.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here who died of the
Tuberculosis?
The big influenza.
Okay.
Yeah.
For real, they're all here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, a lot of these are really old. You'll see a couple of new graves.
I think we saw them over there.
Yeah, and it's just because the family owns the lot and
right.
They're able to add people, but I don't think you could just buy a grave here.
Well, I think there's that.
There's the newer part.
The newer
there.
part.
Yes.
That's but not here. No, this is all historic now. But look, I mean, I've been to some cemeteries, many cemeteries like this. This is one of the more beautiful ones for sure. Yeah. And we're going to go visit another grave. And I want to make sure left something here for both of them. For Maria and Francois, for his heart, for her. All right, we're going to go somewhere else in the cemetery. Tell you another story that's here. What have I said? I've said this everywhere. This person or this family has a story. This person has a story. Well, there's more than 1, 2, 3. Everybody has a story. You watching right now, you have a story. Every story is special. Every story is important. No matter who you are or where you are. Every life is important. And I've said that before. And I really, 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 really strongly believe that no life is more important than anyone else's. And we've all got something. We've all got a story. Wow, look at all these graves. Beautiful. Wow. Everybody here. walking over to section 17 now. You think it's right here?
It should be here.
Okay. Well, let's stop and say who we're looking for, because this is something you kind of just told me about. It's a fascinating story.
Yeah.
It's all you.
Okay. So, so there was a man named Nelson Ray, and he was born in 1820, and he was a slave, and his owner really liked him, and she included in her will that if she passed away, that Nelson would be released.
There's something.
The problem was Nelson had a wife and 6 children.
But even before we go further, there's something weird about that she liked him, but she still kept him as a slave till she died.
Right.
Let's make sure we mention that.
Yeah.
You liked him,
Yeah.
but you still enslaved
Still
him.
have a slave.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she passed away, Nelson was released, but his wife and 6 children remained on the plantation. And so Nelson, this was in Missouri,
Right.
and he came all the way out to California because of the gold rush, and he became a very successful gold miner
Good.
in Placerville, which is not far from Sacramento. And he got to the point where he had enough money, so he went back to Missouri to try to buy his wife and children. But by this time, his children had been sold to other
Slave owners.
slave owners.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was able to buy his wife and 3 of his children, but the other 3 they had no idea where they went, and so they came back to California, and he worked very hard as a blacksmith, as a miner, and he lived in Placerville still. But one day somebody came up to him and said, "There's a man in Sacramento who looks exactly like you."
Really?
And so he was intrigued, and so he came to Sacramento, and he tracked down this man, and it was one of his sons.
Oh, wow.
And they had, when they were sold to a different slave owner, they went to Texas, I believe. And so they were all reunited.
He found the other 2 as well?
Yes.
Oh.
And so there's
And
a grave.
he was able to buy them back?
No,
Okay.
they were free at this
They were
point.
free at this point?
I believe.
So wait,
Yeah.
so they were free at this point?
Yes.
And he was able to bring them back with him?
Yeah. So because Placerville's not very far, they all ended up living in Sacramento together, and so he was reunited with all 6 of his children, and they're all buried here somewhere.
All here?
Yeah.
Let's go. Wow. Difficult to find, but we are looking. It's a cement plot like this. Just have to keep looking around for a little bit. Right here. This is it? Oh, wow. Yes. Here rest Nelson and Lucinda Ray, a multicultural African-American family. So, wow. So, having secured his own release from bondage, Nelson Ray worked in the gold fields, basically everything you just said, Northern California, to buy the freedom of his beloved wife and 3 of his 8 children. Maybe he said 6, right? This is okay. Bringing them west across the plains by wagon train in 1854 to establish a home in Placerville. It was not until 1877, however, that the rest of the Ray family, shattered by the child slave markets of Missouri, were finally reunited in Sacramento. Interred here are Nelson Ray, Lucinda Ray, Francis Marion Ray, Charles Ray, let's get all these leaves off, Lucinda Ray Gibson, Sarah Ray Bryant, Clyde Ray, Nathan Ray, Charles Nelson Gibson, Maud Johnson Gibson, Harry Gibson, Thelma Gibson Radin, Carl Radin. It is only through the dedicated efforts of Charles Nelson Gibson, the son of Lucinda Ray Gibson, his daughter Thelma Gibson Radin, and others, that this family's history and its traditions are being preserved. And then, do not deny what your senses tell you. The color of skin and hair, the slant of eyes, and differences in culture but find in that person the good qualities that you and they have in common, and then work for the betterment of humanity. And that's beautiful. Look at that. So we've got, I'm assuming these are possibly six.
I think those are the 6 children.
6 of the children. Clyde Ray here.
Wait,
Francis Marion Ray. Was his wife Francis?
she was
Lucinda.
Yeah.
So I think that's here.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Nathan Ray right there. Well, no, Nelson.
Well, there's a daughter named Lucinda as well.
Right.
So I think these are the 6 children, and then maybe.
I think these are the children all written here.
So.
Lucinda Ray. Here's Lucinda, and let me see.
William's one of the children, but I don't see William over here.
Oh, you've got the list of the children's
Yeah.
names there? Okay.
Yeah.
So Nelson should be right up. Hard to read these. Maud Gibson. Wow. So Nelson's probably right here at the top. Sarah Bryant. Colorado. Where's Nelson's name? Oh, right there. There's Nelson there. Lucinda Ray. That's his wife. I didn't know about this story when I came out here, so I gotta go collect more rocks. I have one left. Look at all the little pots, the flowers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. What a story! What a story! I mean, this story is incredible. Never heard of this before. Thank you for telling me that, Aaron.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing me here.
The city cemetery didn't even know about it until one of the ancestors of this family came to them and let them know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Recipes to the Ray family, everybody here, and to Maria and Francois. So just right over there. So if you want to find this grave, just literally where I showed you to go to the other grave, look for that little crypt that says Ames on it, and then walk toward the street, and you'll find it. And I'm assuming there's probably a wreath or flowers, fresh flowers here all the time, right? I would think so. All right, Aaron, thanks a lot. We're on to somewhere else here in Sacramento. Rest in peace, everybody here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.